Why do you not believe in a degree?
Yeah, that's a technical question. Maybe your only option should never just be a degree.
Okay.
Okay. I always say balance the both. Do become entrepreneurial,
Yeah.
even within organizations that you work for. I sold 12 houses my first year.
First year.
Yeah. Between 500,000 to 1.5 million.
Sure.
I made basically 500,000 my first year.
Yo. And how old were you then?
19.
Oh.
Yeah, especially now for young people, we are very tech savvy, guys. You know, so if you know how to use the internet, if you know how to use social media, go and offer.
Mr. Winston Gunene, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for the invite. It's an honor.
Yeah, we had to have you.
Yeah. Most
Because,
definitely.
who else if not him?
else?
Yeah, that's what I said. No, if I
Yeah, bon.
remember last year when we were talking to him, like we have to make sure when he comes here, the first thing we're gonna ask is, when are you available?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
When
And
are you
we did
available?
plan it, eh?
yeah. Wow. That's
But it wasn't
what?
something that we rushed. We just
Yeah.
were like, okay.
Let
we
it be
see you.
organic. We see you,
Long-term
but
thinkers. Checkmate. I love that. Well, you
Yeah.
got me here now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So my first question for you, man, today is, how did you get started on your journey in property investments or real estate? Let me say.
Yeah. So, okay. Mhlonishwa Winston
Yeah,
Gunene
sure.
for the audience.
Sure.
And I'm the founder of Libertalia Group.
Okay.
We deal in real estate. I'm just to give the audience
Yeah,
a bit
sure.
of context. We do real estate training, education within the real estate industry. We're property managers. We do a lot of property management,
Okay.
and then we do a lot of basically property advisory.
Sure.
And then we've got an NGO as well. It's called the South African Youth in Property Association.
Okay.
So this is where we really drive transformation.
Sure.
That's basically me in a short summary there. To answer your question, how did I get started? I got into real estate by accident.
Okay.
Yes, but intentionally so.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
intentionally so. So what I mean by that is, so I went straight into. So I'm. Some of you might know the story, and some of you might not know
Sure.
about
Yeah.
the story where I actually left school, and I joined. I was fortunate to join a recruitment company where I was a receptionist.
Okay.
So obviously all the CVs would come
Sure.
in front of the desk, and I was the first person
To
to have
see.
access
Yeah.
to all
Yeah.
the job opportunities basically
Yeah.
under that recruitment platform. And then I saw a real estate post,
Mm.
become a property entrepreneur,
Okay.
and it was for a Pam Golding post, right?
Sure.
And I was like, property entrepreneur, because I mean, even all the businesses I ran at a young age, you know, and just being entrepreneurial, and me even leaving school because I wanted to pursue entrepreneurship. I obviously things didn't turn the way I expected, and then I had to get a job, which was privileged
part.
to be a receptionist for that particular job, which then took me back to entrepreneurship when I saw the
Okay.
post, become a property entrepreneur. So yes, that's how I got into real estate. I got an interview. I called the lady, hey, I saw your post. Can we meet up? I'm very interested. First meeting, first 10 minutes, I got the job. And I'm like, oh, okay. Where do I start? And it's just as simple as that. So I was basically the guy, my first task for working for that lady, she was a top producing agent, was putting in for sale signs.
Okay.
So usually when you drive around, you'd always see different for sale
Yeah.
signs.
Yeah.
So the people that put those up
Sure.
every weekend when there's
Sure.
show houses. So I was that's basically where I started in property.
Okay.
And then eventually the lady started attending holidays, especially when her commission started paying out. She'd attend less viewings. And then because we created the trust, she then delegated that to me. So I started moving from just putting for sale signs to actually conducting viewings. So that's where I just now start dressing up well, dressing up formally, and just understanding the language of real estate. And then she trusted me with that, task, and I started doing viewings. So when I started doing viewings, so I was the guy that every Sunday I'd be doing a viewing. So every Saturday I'm putting for sale signs. Sunday I'm doing a viewing. I would even skip church. Every Sunday. And that improved her sales within the company, because they would always announce sales every Monday. So every time I come back from a viewing, I come with a sale on a Monday morning.
And you're the one who's doing the work.
And I was the one doing the work, but the credit goes to the agent. So then one day I went to the manager for Pam Golding. She actually suggested it like a month before I approached her, but I went to her and I said, I'm ready to be an agent, please.
Okay.
I would like to start. I know I don't have the necessary qualifications, because guys, remember, I came directly from high school,
Straight
no metric at that time,
Sure.
because I had dropped out of school, and trying to find my way, I guess. But so no sales qualification whatsoever, but I know I can do this job.
Sure.
I'm charismatic. I've been reading books. I've been reading your documents. I've been preparing myself, And fortunately, she said, "My boy, I'll give you a chance." And she gave me a Fidelity Fund certificate. Basically, that's your license to sell properties. You can only get that from a real estate agency.
Okay.
That's basically my story, how I got into the industry. And from there, man, my life just transformed. Absolutely transformed.
What are the opportunities that young people can start looking into when it comes to real estate?
Okay. I think the first level is becoming an intern agent. So that is essentially the easiest. Even what you find nowadays, the aunt is hiring the uncle, and the uncle is hiring the nephew and the niece, and they're all in the sector now, because that's how easy access is. Okay. So essentially, what agencies are looking for are basically people that have cars, that are able to go to viewings, show houses. Okay. If you don't have a car, they're most likely looking for people that have either photography skills, or they're looking for admin work.
Sure.
And when the nice thing about real estate, you can be an admin person for an individual agent. You don't have to be an administrator for the whole company. Okay. So if that company has over 50 agents, each of them would appreciate an administrator. Because it's a lot of admin base. So, and an opportunity for a young person to tap into the space and offer administration services with a long-term goal in mind.
Of course.
Okay. So those are just some of the opportunities young people need to look into. Especially now, for young people, we are very tech savvy, guys. So if you know how to use the internet, if you know how to use social media, go and offer your services to the agents in the space where you say, I'll take pictures and I'll post all your properties. I'll post your profile on social media. I'll create a social media brand for you. As an opportunity there. Videography, photography. Every house that is listed requires that.
Sure.
So you can invest in a camera and then learn how to take pictures of properties.
Sure.
Go and offer your services to a real estate agent. I'm throwing every kind of service you can offer in real estate for young people, especially. Before we start touching on your high qualifications, just basic skills. You can become if you have a truck or a van, you can become a furniture removal company. Okay, so every house that is bought, sold, or every house that has a tenant that moves in and moves out requires furniture removal company.
Sure.
So you can offer that as a service for the agency. So you're coming in, you're saying, I've got a truck. If you guys have anyone that's moving out of the property, please offer my services. Here's my business card. Or whatever the case may be, you can become a furniture removal company. I can go on and on and on. If you can do a short course as an electrician, in some of the CETAs. QCTO is one of them. You can get a qualification as an electrician, 6 months course, short course, how to become an electrician. Once you have that certificate, you're able to produce COCs, so compliance certificate of compliance. So this is basically every house that is sold needs a COC issued out before it transfers to the next owner.
Okay.
So there's an opportunity there.
Yeah.
And there's over 500,000 to 1 million houses, residential houses sold every year.
Sure.
I mean, sorry, not every year, every month.
Whoa. Okay, now that's...
there's like 300,000 houses sold every month.
Sure.
300,000 to 1 million every month, consistently.
Sure.
So look at how many electricians are getting paid.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity there for people to look into in the space. There's, maybe let me summarize it like this before I go into the next step, right? What do you do to become an agent? Because that would be the next thing. This is just low level.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you look at a house, spoke about how many houses are sold. One house creates basically up to 30 jobs from one sale registration.
Whoa.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
So
30 jobs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
30 jobs from one house is sold.
So we can have 10 houses
Yeah, you've basically created
as the COC.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You get it.
I get
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So basically, you're looking at your estate agent, your bond originator. Your bond originator is the one that finds the best interest rate for the buyer. You've got your notaries, your attorneys, right?
Sure.
So in the attorney space, so if you want to be a conveyancer, for instance, every conveyancer needs to transfer a property over to.
Sure.
So there's a space as well for conveyancers.
Yeah.
And it's only conveyancers that can transfer property ownership. Imagine studying your whole conveyancing degree just to be a transferer of properties. Opportunity there. But basically with the conveyancing, there's runners as well. People need to run to the municipalities to register the municipal rates and get the clearance figures.
Okay.
The people that get paid in that whole process. And then there's the bond origination. So you're going to work in the banking sector, specifically with houses. You can become a property valuer. Property valuation, for every home loan that a bank gives out, they need a property valuer to valuate the house if it's really the value.
Yeah.
So that's just the system.
Yeah.
So now, and by the way, there's only about 200 registered valuers in the country.
There's money there.
There's a lot of money. I'll give you an example of a valuer and how much a valuer gets paid. So the bank pays you an average of 3,500 per valuation.
Whoa.
Sure.
So, and there's only 200 per valuation.
Yeah.
That's just a residential property.
Sure.
Per valuation. You create your own job there. You get registered in the database because you're a qualified valuer.
Sure.
And then every time banks, remember banks every day they're selling houses, they're buying houses.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Through buyers, home loans basically. So a valuation is always out there. There's then commercial, there's industrial, there's agricultural valuations. Yeah. So now that's a more high level to evaluate a farm or to evaluate buildings. You know, you get way more, like 20,000 for one valuation.
Sure.
And if you have 5 of those, that's already 100K in 1 month. So there's valuations created there. I mentioned COCs. Yes, they need to produce. There's not only COCs, there's also gas certificates, depending on where the sectional title is or what the requirements are. I mean, for the house, if there's gas, if it has gas, you need to produce a gas certificate. So those are people that deal specifically with gas. They get paid for every house that needs a gas issued certificate. Who else gets paid? It's the then to the notaries if you want to work towards public sector. So when the house gets to the registration, the deed office, there's basically 3 people that need to assess one document of the house. You have the inspectors, the notaries, and the registers.
Okay.
So basically in that step, when we say a house is lodged, there's an individual that lodges that property. Well, the conveyancer lodges it.
Sure.
Then it's administration in the public sector, at the deeds office. Then there's prep. It's another person that's employed to just look at the prep of that property. It's an inspector. And they need to inspect that's what that first person wrote down. Is it what it is here?
Yeah.
So 2 people are getting paid just for assessing one document.
Sure.
And then you've got the registration. That's the final, that's the supervisor, the final one where they stamp everything is right, stamp, registers. You've got more people that get paid. After the registration, that's when the furniture removal comes in. Also, it depends if were you an investor, photography, again, you took pictures of the seller to advertise the property.
Yeah, now you
and then if it was an investor, now you have to take pictures for the investor to get tenants.
Sure.
There's property management. There's, guys, it
There's
goes
a lot.
up.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken about,
Sure.
when I say up to 30, I haven't spoken about zoning from scratch, empty land.
Yeah.
We start with construction there. Well, before we even start with construction, we start with a town planner
Yeah.
and then an architect and architecture.
Sure.
And then we're looking at an office, depending, okay, that depends, you're on a rezone, you're on a zone, a quantity surveyor. These are the jobs that you even study for in university. Hence I say you still go to school, but always channel how you're going to make economic impact with your qualification. But you've got those people, you've got in construction, contractors, painters, you name it. It goes on, guys. And that's basically real estate for you. And I know I can go on and on about how many jobs are. So the people, to answer your question, where do I start in real estate? It really depends where you want to go. But this is how a property serves in the market.
Okay.
And whatever skill you have as a young person, because you can have a degree in being a quantity surveyor, you start there. You go work with developers that are developing or they want to develop. Here's a job opportunity there.
If I want to be an agent,
then that's as simple as finding a real estate agency.
Okay.
And then asking for the job opportunity. So that one is quite easy though, because when you go and you say, hi, I'd like to be an agent, they give you a letter of employment.
Okay.
And there's a probation there.
Okay.
And it's commission only.
Okay.
As much as it's easy, your hard work needs to speak for itself.
How much do agents get paid?
So you can get paid, it's commission based, right?
Yeah.
Depends what the value of the house is. For example, I'll tell you mine. My first house I ever sold with Pam Golding, the value of the house was like 500,000. I think I got paid about 30K.
Sure.
From that split cost, tax, all of these different things. But
Okay.
now let's look at a house for R1 million. 70,000 rand is what you can get for a house sold at R1 million.
Okay.
I sold 12 houses my first year.
First year?
Yeah. Between 500,000 to 1.5 million.
Shucks.
I made basically 500,000 my first year.
Yo. And how old were you then?
19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you not believe in a degree?
Yeah, that's a technical question. It's a technical question. Now, I'm a much more seasoned real estate entrepreneur, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I mention this is because obviously I've been in the sector for 10 years now.
Sure.
I've gone through everything I could possibly think of in the sector.
Sure.
The person I was 10 years ago is completely different to the person I am today.
Okay.
If you were to ask me that question 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I would tell you school is a waste of time.
Yeah.
I would tell you I don't want to work for anyone.
Sure.
I would tell you I would
We've
tell
been
you
there.
I want to be a millionaire at the age of 20.
Sure.
I don't want to wait for 50 years to be a millionaire.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would tell you, sure, man,
A
I
lot
was
of
young and
things.
stupid, and to a certain extent, some of the things were actually valid,
Yeah.
Sure.
because that is essentially going to school and getting a degree in most cases, especially in the economy. You're preparing yourself to work for someone.
Yeah.
No one goes to university to then start a job and build a big business.
Sure.
Yeah, and if you look at majority of the stories, like your success stories, whether local or international, chances are those entrepreneurs dropped out of school and built big businesses.
Yeah, true.
So there's obviously a trend about people dropping out of school. And by the way, it's not every person that drops out of school that builds a successful business.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And I wouldn't recommend it for young people. And maybe because now I'm a father, I'm a wife, I'm more responsible. So the more responsible you become, the less risk you take. Like, I wouldn't suggest my children to drop out of school to pursue entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? You know, so for me it was young, naive, but super ambitious. Ambition will take you a long way, even when you don't know what you're doing.
Sure.
And I think, to answer your question, at that time, that was my reason for doing it. Now we can argue about it and go, okay, but yes, people that drop out of school do make it. People that drop out of school do become billionaires. We can have those conversations, but it's only 1% of the world that gets to achieve that. And now, being in the industry, I've had to get my qualifications to go to get to the next level. I've had to basically go back and get my qualifications. You know, and hence I say, even for the average young person listening to this now, thinking, oh, all I need to do is just drop out of school like Umhlonishwa did. And then just work for someone for free for a year, and then I'll get my first million. You know, a lot of kids are quite naive. And in this internet now, you listen to Casper Nyovest saying he dropped out when he was in grade 10. And then you look at his lifestyle and his success, and you think, oh, that's the way to go. And it's only a few Casper Nyovest that will come out like that. Same thing in business. Because, guys, here's another thing. When I dropped out of school, it was something that people might not know. I went through hell. You know, you can see me smiling today. You won't see the scars. And the perseverance it requires to pivot in a market. Whatever market, whatever industry you're in, the perseverance you need without even a qualification. Because here's another thing. A qualification is a CV. Like, when a big company says, we're looking for 20 young people, they don't go and look for a Winston story, that he dropped out. And the first point of reference is university. Okay, go to the university, put up a job post, people apply from university, and you have probably over 5 million young people applying for jobs, and only 20 get chosen because it's a qualification criteria for you to even have the job. So it is, as much as that is the case, then there's the truth behind maybe your only option should never just be a degree. Okay. I always say balance the both. Do become entrepreneurial. Even within organizations that you work for. Prepare yourself for a journey where you will be a producer and not a consumer. And unfortunately, the way the world has shifted now, there's too many opportunities that are more valuable than being lawyers or accountants, because now we have AI systems that can create legal documents on your behalf. We have accounting systems where they can do all your finances all in one click. And if that's not the demand, what happens? Business owners, customers, consumers go to and pay for those softwares, and they don't pay for the qualified person.
So you need to be creative.
Huge gap in that. But it also doesn't mean don't become an accountant. It now goes back to what I was saying. We need to balance the education and the qualification, as well as what value you're creating out there in the current economy.
That's good.
Do you think let's go to books and rather learning. Do you think watching the Alex or Moses sometimes keeps people stagnant?
Yeah.
Do you think that? Because
it's an interesting.
there are laws. maybe their systems work there, but
Yes.
here they might not apply,
Correct.
or they might need a different shift in order to come here.
Correct.
So do you think that keeps people stagnant sometimes?
A lot.
Mm.
It's almost like a fairy tale idea of success,
Yeah.
Okay.
and a lot of people fall for it.
Mm.
But excuse, isn't that, instead of saying systems, are those systems or are they principles?
Ooh, I love what he's saying. So it opens an argument
Yeah.
for two
Yeah.
ways to look at it. So the first perspective about that is, if we're talking about systems, we're talking about what are the laws
Yes.
that side and what are
Yeah.
the laws this
Sure.
side.
Sure.
Sure.
We're talking about inflation.
Mm.
The inflation that side
It's not the
is
same.
peanuts.
Yeah.
The inflation here is probably 4% plus, which is
Yeah.
like a lot
Sure.
in terms of the economy, spending.
Yeah.
What is the valuation? Okay, not even valuation. Consumer price index in comparison to America and in South Africa.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is the gross domestic product
Sure.
Yeah.
in South Africa,
Sure.
and what is the GDP in America?
America,
When you're talking about systems,
yeah.
you are right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will keep certain people stagnant. If you're talking about the
Principles,
second perspective, which is principles,
Yeah.
there's power in application. We can both know what's 1 + 1,
Yeah.
but the other person can apply it differently.
Sure.
So the principles are so important in whatever state or country you're in,
Sure.
because principles and character and values are basically what make you stand out
Yeah.
in a society where we just follow what the paper says.
Yeah.
And so there's no right or wrong
Yeah,
in,
there's
no right
in
or
this,
wrong.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I think maybe the question should be more directed towards statistics. Like, majority of the people will listen to an Alex from America saying, if you wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
and
Start
don't go to
working.
the club,
Yeah.
don't socialize,
Sure.
be on the internet
Yeah.
every day, and read and study and do all of these different things. But in South Africa, you have to go out there and socialize
Sure.
to
Yeah.
build networks.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
The principle works.
The principle
Yeah,
but the
works.
system,
The
because of the
system doesn't
context
allow
in
it.
South Africa, it's a
Yeah.
different thing. Yeah, I get you.
Like, I need to go to a lot of these entrepreneur
Podcasts
podcasts, and
yeah.
I need to go to a lot of these entrepreneurship workshops.
Sure.
Seminars and
Chances
yeah.
are I might meet Umhlonisha lapaya,
Yes.
and I'll have direct access to Umhlonisha.
Sure.
Yes.
But if I at home on the internet just reading about books, and then I see Umhlonisha doing well and I want advice from him, I send him a DM. How many other people are sending Umhlonisha DMs for him to respond to?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Your proximity is so important for
Yeah.
young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I even mention this all the time. Even when you reach out to mentors and people, senior or superior people, offer to do free work for them.
Sure.
That's the only time they'll listen to you.
Sure.
Young people need to go out there and do that.
Sure.
But we want that polo. So me working for Umhlonishwa
Yeah.
for a year, and I know that this pays a 10K, and by the end of the year I'll have my polo. So how do I
Maneuver.
you know?
Yeah. Goes back to principles.
Mm.
So, what I've experienced in the past, guys, don't get me wrong, I'm still writing my story, right?
Sure.
I'm only 29 years old.
Yes.
All right.
I'm still writing my story a long way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do sit at a point of privilege because of what I've managed to achieve in the past 10 years, right? And what I can tell you is long-term thinking works in the South African context, in the South African economy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Long-term thinking is the only way to get to the end goal.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Whereas when you look at the American narrative, it's all PR.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
In America, we're the greatest, we're the richest,
sure.
we're the this, we're the that.
Yeah.
You become famous at 13. Rich and young and famous at 13. That's the narrative in America.
Okay.
There's a lot of short-term games in America for a lot of people.
Okay.
You come out of, if you're 16, you go to college, 21, you got a job instantly.
Yes.
Sure.
In South Africa, you're 18, call it, you go to university, in 4 years' time, you get your degree, you're 21, 22, whatever.
Somewhere there, yeah.
And then I always say this. So you've got basically 10 million applications coming in, right?
Sure.
All different universities.
Yes.
And in the 10 million, you'll find that only 100,000 people get
chosen.
accepted. So you already have 9 million,
Plus.
900,000
Yeah.
people
Sure.
just sitting at home,
Yes.
waiting for next year to qualify.
Sure.
You're already 1 year behind.
Mm.
Okay. Then the 100,000 people that do get accepted in different universities, call it everyone graduates. These are stats, by the way, the stats I'm about to say now. I know they were last year. I don't know what they are now, but
Sure.
basically we have 700,000
Mm.
unemployed graduates
Sure.
Mm.
coming out of universities every year.
Sure. Every year.
Yeah,
Every
I like
year.
that. When when you speak numbers, you see things clearly.
Yeah.
And now it says, go span, go work
Yeah.
Yeah.
for free.
For free.
For
Yes.
free.
Basically, anyways, you are sitting.
There's so much competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's even what's worse. The economy, all your SMEs that, your jobs, 1.2, call it 1.2, 1.3 profitable companies in South Africa, SMEs registered, profitable, creates 250,000 job opportunities every year.
Okay.
So even
If
everyone qualifies in university, there's only 250,000 jobs available that year. And it's difficult to replace. So when you look at stats, when we say 250,000 jobs created annually, it doesn't take away the fact that last year and the year before that, someone is occupying that space from that previous year.
It's
crazy,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is, man. Yeah.
And it's worse. I don't even want to touch
man.
deep into it because it's
Yeah.
depressing once you
Yeah,
do the
once you-
numbers
yeah.
and you realize, okay, what is actually for me in this world?
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
Here's it gets worse. I don't want to get too racial, but most of the company owners so I'll start with companies and I'll go with land. 80% of the JSE, for example, are white-owned companies.
Yeah.
Jewish, white-owned, but it's not black.
Sure.
Majority of our population in this country are black people. And we've got 60 million people in this country. You get where I'm going with this? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of these white owners will give their kids a job immediately
Sure.
they're done with school.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because the kids have to either run a legacy or just access to opportunity is very easy for a white person
Yeah.
in South Africa. Okay. So access to market is already a problem, even when you qualify, even when you do get a job opportunity or rather a job interview.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now here's what's crazy for me. I look at it in real estate context. 80%, 90% of the land in South Africa is owned by white people.
Sure.
And yet majority of the people purchasing properties, renting, are black people.
Black people.
Okay.
Developers are the people that own the land. Okay. I'm going somewhere with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
The economy does not favor black people in South Africa
Yeah.
by far.
Sure.
And we need to come out of the system. Because here's the thing. We need to come out of the system because we need to disrupt the system. And the only way we can disrupt, I don't want to say the enemy, but the only way we can, it's like slow poison.
Sure.
We need a lot of young disruptors coming in doing the free work,
Yeah.
penetrating the market,
Yeah.
and then they go out there and create their own thing.
Sure.
If we have a lot of black people doing that, the stats can change severely. So it will not, unfortunately, come because you have a South African ID,
Sure.
or you went from Egotembe in high school, or you went from St. John's College,
Sure.
and you're privileged. They call it what? A middle class. What do they call it?
C-class.
What are the white people, the black people that speak good English? What do they call them?
Model C.
Model C.
Model
Something
C.
like that. Yeah. Clever blacks.
Oh.
Clever blacks. Yeah. So we need to start becoming producers. We need to start being overly ambitious to compete. We need to start competing and not just following the crowd. It does come with a cost. The average person there is not trained to compete and disrupt and to persevere. It comes with training.
Yeah.
Some of us were privileged, yes, because we had to go through the pits.
Yes.
But that was training for us.
Yes.
When I say some of us, I'm talking about the average young black entrepreneur that's actually built something.
Sure.
And for then the majority, if you say to the majority, no, don't take this route, take that route. By the time you get there, you'll give up on your first attempt because there's no access to the economy.
Yeah.
The market doesn't allow you, whether you have a job or you've created a business, you still have to pivot and fight. Mentorship, access to mentorship is difficult.
Yo.
Fante, whoever that owns the JSE or construction company, he has a prize and he invites his family, and the young people have access, the young cousins and the young call it daughters and nephews have access to Fante, whoever.
Yeah.
And that conversation is as simple as, hi, actually tell you guys an interesting story. I went to the Black Business Forum last year. It was a podcast, and a white guy came there. He was a speaker, and he said, I see everything that's happening out there. I'm an employer. I'm a big employer for black people. But then before he said that, he came and he said, you know, I've had it easy. Like I understand white privilege.
Sure.
Okay.
I've had it easy. I started my first business. My uncle funded me. It didn't go well.
Oh, shucks.
It failed. I started the next business. My other uncle funded me.
Yeah.
It went well, but we still lost money.
Sure.
And then he went on his third business. His third business, he was funded by the very first uncle.
Okay.
Because this time he was more experienced, more seasoned.
Sure.
And then it blew up. He's a fiber company he's running that's like sold all over.
Yeah.
And he says that how many young black kids, individuals, have access to 3 chances if they were to start businesses and they would fail today.
True. At the same time, you're trying to survive again.
And then now you're trying to survive.
Sure.
The market, unfortunately, just does not favor black people.
But how do we take over as black people? Where do we start?
Work for free.
Work for free.
Okay.
That's the principle.
Yeah.
And then after you work for free, there's no bread at home.
There's a sacrifice. You know, sacrifice is another principle of success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
you just have to sacrifice. So here's the thing about working for free. I always say that it worked for me, obviously, but I know it works for a lot of individuals.
Yeah.
If I go to your company, let's say photography, I would assume videography, photography, studio.
Sure.
You know, if I go to you and I say, hey man, okay, asithing ngiphume kasi, ngiphuma lapha eKwaThema.
Sure.
Fake ibag yami.
Sure.
Angazi nyaphi.
Sure.
But I'm going to find opportunities.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to an office space, an office park.
Yeah.
I'm starting here today. Tomorrow I'll go there. That day I'll go there to that other one. I'm gonna knock I'm going to look for all the studio companies in the area. Tati takes in your funny studio company.
Sure.
And I'm going to knock on the door and I'm going to say, hi, my name is Mhlonishwa. I just want to be the guy that plugs in all your stuff for free.
For free.
Sure.
I don't want any money. I can obviously get
Assistance
asked
sometimes.
personal questions like, okay, how are you going to do this? We need you here every day, whatever the case may be. Okay, just imali here, your taxi when I don't have. Otherwise, I've got a mom that's unemployed and I have to take care of my sister. And. Okay, tell you what, already some sharing a psychology.
Sure.
Tell you what, just come tomorrow. Let's see what you can do for us. Just first job, fagama plug lapaya. Set up the cameras. This is how you set up the camera. So I want you to do this for the next couple of 7 days. What does that do? It buys you, the studio owner, enough time not to set up cameras. You can focus on other productive tasks.
Sure.
Now look at it like this: the power of working for free. Now, after a month, depends. People are generous, and some people are just selfish. You probably might not even get the transport money to come here every day. And then some people will be like, "No, man, I'll just give him 100 rand a week, and he must make a plan to come in and out. It's fine. But this is valuable for me. I don't have to spend time setting up for studio."
Sure.
Then every time you set up, how many people are coming in and out of the door to come and sit here and speak on their successful businesses? And how many people come here that are successful and they have the means? Access to market, sometimes we think it's paper.
Sure. Yeah, that's the problem.
You get where I'm going?
That's the problem.
And then let's say, guys, we're creating scenarios here for the audience.
Yes.
Let's say, I can't make it. I'm running late. Let's say the studio owner is running late. The guest is here. He needs to start shooting. But the guest is running out of time. Oh, but Mhlonishwa lapaya, man.
He knows.
Hey, Mhlonishwa, please record. Set up the thing like this, like that. Now I move from putting in plugs to I know how to operate the camera.
Yes.
Because he's going to show me how.
Yes.
As long as I'm not getting paid for it.
I'm not getting paid. Yeah.
Now I know. Now I've got the skill and the ability to operate the resource, the tool.
Yeah.
So what does that then do? Now I know how to shoot people. I know how to record.
Sure.
You get elevated
Quickly.
mentally. And you get trusted also by the studio owner. Eventually he'll say, no, man, I can see you're a hard worker. Let me give you a full-time job.
Sure.
I'll start with 3,000 rand because my first salary was 1,000 rand per month. As the guy that put in the for sale signs. I'm just giving you an example. But free work, guys.
Free work.
I went 6 months.
You went 6 months without...
6 months without nothing.
You see, you've got a testimony.
I feel like you're talking about
I'm
me
actually
more.
talking about you. I don't even know anything about his story, but I'm exactly. You get the gist of it. Next thing, you're now the guy that's setting up everything. You're the guy now that has access to these networks that are coming in and out. They know you.
Yeah.
Some of them might even say, yo, I've got an event next week. I need a photographer. You know how to use the tool.
Sure.
Mpati, can I borrow one of the cameras? Sure. Now you've got an opportunity to go out there in the market.
Sure.
Am I still talking to you?
Still talking to
you go out there in the market and start saying, I'll charge me, I'll pay me, I don't know what the rates are. Pay me 2,000 rand, pay me 5,000 rand. It's fine. I'll take pictures of everything. I'll sort it out for you. Already the guy trusts you because already the system and the resources already here. I don't need your CV as long as you're in the environment.
Yes.
The power of environment.
Sure.
And then from there you move to, now it's a side hustle basically. You still come here every day, work 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. You still come here every day. 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 You still come here ever But now you have an opportunity to start selling the product of doing camera work and video work out there, and you start making income. That's what the average young person needs to do when they enter into a space. You're coming in to extract resources, not to get paid a salary because you put in hours. You're actually coming in to equip yourself.
Get the skills.
To get the skills. Because once you have the skill, you can outperform anyone.
True.
Create competition. It's competition starts when you have the skill. It doesn't start while you're still looking for the opportunity.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Clock it. So
Top
do you think
houses.
the problem is we don't look? We just expect things to fall into our feet.
Unfortunately, we were wired to think that way. Yeah.
Go to school,
I'm
get a job.
gonna get controversial when you start asking questions like that. He thinks he's better. Like, one of the things that have caused this kind of issue for us is church. Okay, am I too controversial?
Nope.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, church. It's understanding, obviously. By the way, I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm a proper Christian.
But you see the
I have faith.
yeah.
The education is important, guys. Information is quite important. And how to process information is so important. The dangers of church, a pastor can go and say, you need to pray, your miracle will come through.
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous statement. It can work for the workaholic. Because prayer is connected to perseverance.
With action.
We only pray in most cases. Show me someone that prays because they are grateful only. We only pray when we're going through the most. We cry to God and say, God, please help me out of this situation. Or God, please help me achieve my dreams. God, please protect me in a neighborhood that's unsafe. We only pray for God to intervene. Very dangerous statement when the pastor says, pray and it shall be well. And then he ends there. So one of very dangerous psychology growing up, if you need certain principles to be successful. That's why if you look at the people of the devil, they are very successful. Not because they were blessed by the devil,
but because
they have certain principles that just work.
Laws,
but it doesn't necessarily mean that their faith is right. It doesn't mean that they're blessed by God. Because here's another thing, which church won't preach, or pastors. They do. I know pastors. There are pastors that are getting it right. And there's nothing wrong with every pastor, in my honest opinion. They're doing the Lord's work. The delivery of the message is so important. You can buy a car and say, God, bless me with a car. God doesn't bless you with cars, by the way. T.D. Jakes once said this. God only blesses you with
the
ability to take a chair, a wood, and create chairs. He gives you the tree. You take the tree, you convert, you take the wood, you create a chair, you create a couch, you create this, you become a creator. God doesn't bless you with seats and chairs. So we pray for materialistic things. And the wisdom from God does not come from having a car. And the problem with that is we go to church and say, God, I need a car. And you pray for years waiting for the car. Here's an example of the car. Let's say you do get a car. Call it God blessed me with the car. And then you miss 3 months down the line, you lose your job and you miss your installment, and then they repossess the car. Or call it you don't lose your job. you just have terrible financial management.
Sure.
And you just overinflated. You can't pay for your car anymore. You start defaulting on your car, and then it dents your credit score.
Yeah.
So now you are terrible in the market. You can't get any loans.
Yeah.
You're suffering financially. And then you go to church and you say, God, God,
Please.
why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say churches has a lot of the dangers of communication and the messages that are delivered in church is that it's almost fairy tale based to a point that it doesn't actually equip the person intellectually. It only equips the person spiritually. Okay. So that's why I don't want to go. The reason why I say that is because obviously majority of us do go to church, and church is so valuable for your spiritual well-being.
True.
But I think we need to start going to financial masterclasses.
Yeah, as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
need to have them in the church.
We need to have them in the church.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
We need to have them in the church, and the pastors must also. I know some pastors say, if I say this, hey, these guys will run. But we need some pastors to tell it like it is, the truth.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that can play a huge role. Churches are very good leadership traits for the economy because that's where you'll find majority of the people.
Sure.
So we have to start there.
Sure.
Before we get to the economy. Another thing that I think we need to do is entertainment and TV has disrupted our race.
True. Facts.
Why do I feel like being so controversial today?
No, but it's true, man.
No, it's true.
I mean, it's the story about Ushaka Zulu, if it's true that Ushaka Zulu was the strongest, the biggest king and well-respected king, owned the most land and whatever. And he was given a mirror and then he lost it all.
Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah, or some say he was given a spinning chair. Yeah, and then they said, what will you give us? He said, I'll give you all of this.
I'll give you all of this.
But he's turning around.
That's you guys will have a lot of trolls on your comment section. but that's another, I look at it like that. I think that's another thing where television and entertainment is equivalent to that.
Yes.
We're given expensive brands, liquor.
Sure.
We're given television shows. Guys, I experienced it growing up. My mom used to watch, the family. We used to watch, back then it was first Rhythm City at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, before 6 p.m. it was 5 p.m. I was part of it. I would watch like
Skim
Sam, and then 6 o'clock Rhythm City, and then Scandal, and then Generations, and then Muvango.
Yeah.
And then then I was a soccer player also. Like I used to play a lot of soccer. Then I would watch Soccer Zone.
Soccer Zone.
At 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Yeah.
But every Monday I would watch Zone 14, which was after Generations.
Yeah.
Then Uzalo came and replaced.
Then Isbaya came.
You relate, right?
Yeah.
How many hours was that on TV?
Yeah, that's a lot.
In a day, from Monday to... And by the way, if you do miss Generations, you will watch it Omnibus on Saturday.
Yes.
From 8 to 2.
2, yes. Yeah.
From Monday to Saturday.
Your
eyes were fixed on television, bro.
Shucks.
And then you ask yourself, how come? No.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's
a lot of
we need
drilling.
to and the point I'm trying to raise, I mean, I'm talking about myself. I'm not even looking down on the person.
Yes. Yeah.
But if I had the opportunity to read books, watch podcasts,
Yeah.
study something, take a course, network. Go out there and spend time with in church, youth organizations,
Sure.
Yeah.
networking,
Yeah.
learning from mentors.
Yeah.
If Monday to Saturday I could watch television from 5 to 10, and I was not on YouTube was a thing then, but no one
Not-
really
yeah,
used
yeah,
YouTube then
yeah.
because generation was more important than watching a video on YouTube on how to start a business.
Fact.
Like those things are psychological,
Yeah.
and they keep us down there. When I say us, black people,
Yeah.
we just stay down there because we don't read, we don't get these skills, and then we just stay down there, man. And the power in reading, for me, what changed my life is reading. I started reading a lot of books, and I just got transformed.
Yeah.
So yeah, so church is one way. The message, the delivery, and the messaging is important. Master classes and mentorship needs to be integrated into the churches. Number 2 is stop watching television.
Sure.
You watch television if it's something that's educational,
Sure.
not drama.
Sure.
To Sibusiso Dlomo, Ulale Nokarabo Moroka.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know now. It's by I don't even know what's big now, but
Yeah. No, nothing is big anymore.
oh,
Yeah,
nothing is big anymore.
Yeah.
My bro,
Yeah.
I visited my grand the other day.
Yeah.
They still watch.
They still watch.
They still watch, but it's not the same anymore. Or that's how I see it.
I suppose.
Yo, back then, yo.
Back then it was
you
real.
didn't miss.
Yeah.
You couldn't
didn't
miss it.
You couldn't miss it. Now
Now
I'll just see
what
it
are,
from
what
you.
Are people then getting up to? Has entertainment outside replaced television? Like what are people
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
now?
Netflix, streaming, man.
It's more Netflix.
Yeah.
That's
Showmax.
worse. We're even
Yeah.
watching international shows.
Sure. Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Dog, yeah, people.
That's why we don't care about
They're spending more time there. Ne?
Yeah.
But what are we watching on TikTok? Are we watching dance videos or watching?
We got
Yeah, it's,
man.
sometimes, man, it goes back to the first point I mentioned earlier, is that long-term thinking is what works in the
Sure.
South African economy.
Sure.
If I have to sacrifice my weekends, not watching TV,
Sure.
not going out with my friends to drink every Saturday. I always say there's nothing wrong with drinking and having fun,
yeah.
but some people, they do that as a culture.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a religion.
it's a
Excessively.
religion. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, yeah, if I haven't done this, if I haven't, I'm talking to 10 different girls, I need to hit all 10 of them before end of December. Like,
It's a waste
those
of
things were
time.
fun when we were growing up, but
Yeah.
they don't build you.
Yeah.
In any way. True.
So yeah, I think if we focused on that, guys, I genuinely think we'll start seeing a lot of young talented people, because there are a lot of young talented people out there,
Sure.
and it's just unfortunate that they can't express their talents because they lack the knowledge and the wisdom. They know more about what that person did to that person than
Yeah.
True.
what does the tax law say
Sure.
Fact.
Yeah.
about paying less taxes.
Sure. Sure.
Those are like world building stuff,
Sure.
you know. Are you reading enough news to know what's happening locally that you can apply in your day to day?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's my 2 cents, and
Yeah.
I can get eaten for it. I know people can say you're speaking from a point of privilege. No, it's not privilege. I was once there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Winston, thank you so much, man, for coming and sharing everything that you've shared with us. And I mean, I would love to have you back on the pod, because I think the most important thing that we prioritize, all three of us, or most of the people that we also bring as well, is education, is growth. You know, we want to elevate, we want to uplift our people. You know?
On a relay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we don't want to be stuck in the same place, you know, and then we pray to God, "Nkulunkulu wami,
Yeah.
why am I not moving?"
Why am I not
You know, whereas you are not doing the means to actually try and figure out how can I move out of this place.
Sure.
You know, so thank you so much, man, for
Sure.
for coming through and
My pleasure.
sharing this
Appreciate
wisdom.
Yeah.
Mr. Nigel,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Aye.
final
any final. Let me see. Let me be technical.
Technical allowance.
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the what. Because sometimes we tend to be a bit more stupid and we don't realize. We might not even recognize what is being said. That's why we end up praying, and not doing anything. So yeah, thank you for the golden nuggets. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys, and all the best to you guys too. I love this. This is disruption, by the way. Bringing people to your podcast to educate the audience.
Sure.
So that people can stop watching Generations, watch podcasts, get elevated,
Sure.
and just keep going, guys. Continue leading, and lead the younger generation into making good decisions out there.
Sure.
We only have one life, guys.
Yeah.
We only have one life. Ubumnandi, it comes daily, but that's long term. It's not sustainable. And I can go on and on and on,
Sure.
but that's it from me, and thank you so much.
Always, man.
Yeah, one last thing, sorry. Where can the people find you?
Oh, yeah.
Social media, Mhlonishwa Winston Gunene, everywhere, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I've got a personal website as well, Mhlonishwa Winston Gunene. Just Google that, and then you'll get to see what I get up to.
Yeah, we'll have it on there.
Yeah. We're challenging you to open a channel, man, a YouTube channel.
Channel after the book.
Oh wait, okay.
After the book, I'm currently writing the book. I'm gonna write a very, very educational book.
Sure.
Yeah. I know people love biography. I love biography. I read a lot of biography books. Like Uz Banban, he started a business, became successful. This is how he did it.
Sure.
But the book I'm gonna come up with is gonna be very technical based, especially for property investors, people that wanna get into property and make cash flow from day one.
Sure.
With or without a job. It's going to be very technical to how the banking system actually works. It's going to be technical on how I can go on and on. I'm already promoting a book that's not even there yet.
Sure.
It should be ready.
Should be preparing for that. Look out for that. Subscribe on my social media and stuff, I guess, and then maybe I'll open the podcast once the book is out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you so much.